Flic Ou Voyou with the advantage here, heading towards the last. Get Up Mush in hot pursuit. Envious Editor and then Fat Sam, Cryptocurrency and Peaking Rose. Can Flic Ou Voyou get back in the winner's enclosure here at the last? Flic Ou Voyou, that wasn't so good there. He landed in a muddle. He's 2 lengths clear. Get Up Mush chasing hard. Flic Ou Voyou crossing the path with Get Up Mush coming to grab him as they come close to the finish. Flic Ou Voyou, Get Up Mush, tight between them.
As you can see, the jockey loses his iron when they come to the path, and this is the key point when they come to the path. Don't look at the jockeys, look at Flic Ou Voyou. He changes his lead, and it's very difficult for you to see, and he naturally changes onto what we call his off-fore, his right leg, and he moves gradually, not gradually, slightly right. Of course, it's then a dead heat. If that has infringed Harry Skelton by 1 inch, he'd of course won a nose. So they're saying it is absolutely marginal and tiny, but as that horse changes legs as it comes over the path, it does move right. And after I've watched it and just watching the horse's legs and its movement from there, I can see actually what they're talking about. There was no Harry Skelton did not call an objection in any way, shape or form. This was a completely steward's decision. I also asked the question, why was the result called before the steward's inquiry? Surely you call those steward's inquiries, you know, and then you then get the result and you can go from there. Apparently they can't do that. They could not call a steward's inquiry until the judge had made their decision. So the judge made the decision, they announced a dead heat, straight away they then announced that it's going to be there's a steward's inquiry. Obviously that went on for a long period of time because of the no margin within the victory, and this is the reason why. So take a look, if we look at it again, take a look at the horse's legs of the horse in front, Flic Ou Voyou with the jockey with no irons, of course, and as it hits the path, it changes onto its right lead, and that, they say, is the difference between Harry Skelton winning the race or Danny McMenamin losing the race.
I take the point about the horse changing legs, but Harry Skelton was already making his move to come on the outside of that horse. There's no way that he's had to change direction because of a horse changing his legs. When have you ever seen a result change because a horse changed legs in front of another horse? This obsession with the winning margin is what has been a concern of mine for about 3 years now, Josh. And you see it in steward's report after steward's report, because the margin was this and the interference was that, as if you can quantify the interference by the same weights and measures, and you can't. Interference varies enormously in terms of the impact it has on the other horse. I'm disappointed this reliance on the margin, because if that's the case, any time you have a dead heat, if there's any suggestion of any contact, or even not even contact in this case, they're going to change it.
That's just it, but it's got to have been obstruction from on high. It is, you know, if you're seeing more of it, there's a trend. Well, that's
sorry,
an
Josh, to
interesting
jump
one
in,
if they're
but I
denying
put
it.
that to the BHA, and they say, no, there's been no change in instructions, and yet the number of reversals has increased significantly.
Absolutely. Well, unfortunately, Sean, I don't work for the BHA, so I can't comment. If I was a steward today, I would have struggled to change that decision. I thought everybody was happy with that decision, that it was a dead heat. But equally, there are independent stewards that have made that decision, and sadly, there is a winner and there's a loser, when really there should be 2 winners.